What is DLP? DLP is our ability to truly police our data in the cloud. And specifically for CASB or Cloud DLP, it's our ability to see data coming in and out of our SaaS applications, being created within SaaS applications, and being shared across SaaS applications, as well as the ability to police it. However you look at it, DLP is the ability to identify and apply policy to data. So what kind of data can we look at in the cloud? Well, there's multiple types of data that is sensitive to every type of organizations depending on which industry that you're in. In healthcare, you heavily care about PHI, personal health information. Maybe you do transactions with your customers as well, so you're interested in PCI. Or you're a manufacturer and the thing that you need to protect is your intellectual property that comes in different files and formats. You have to protect this data in your cloud for many reasons. One, your business relies on it. It may have mergers and acquisition information. It could have financial data. You could have intellectual property, personal identifiable information such as health information, credit card information, consumer information, etc. Why do you need to police data in the cloud? Heavy government regulations protect both the organization's data as well as the consumer data. So there are heavy regulations that we have to follow. These regulations also provide us a guideline on how to handle and a baseline of what technology we could utilize to protect that data. DLP is one of those technologies that allow you to do that. Can you maintain government regulations and sensitive data protection in the cloud? Yes. Encrypting your data wherever it goes also helps you protect that data. However, encryption doesn't provide you that usability that's in the cloud. Data loss prevention allows you to have sensitive data and freely use it and apply policies around it. Let me give you an example. My ability to create sensitive data in Office 365, share that data and put it in a cloud repository such as Box or use Slack to share it externally, allows me to work with a vast ecosystem of contractors, partners, vendors, and potential customers. Encryption would not allow me to do that without having to share a laborious process of key sharing or open up and really negate the purpose of encryption by giving up a username, password, or just a password for that encrypted file too easily. DLP allows organizations to share data freely while maintaining protection. What are some of the protection policies we can apply with DLP? I can apply basic protection within my organization, such as ethical firewalling. I can ensure that Mark from sales doesn't accidentally share sensitive sales information with a third party versus sharing it within the organization. And within the organization, I can ensure Mark from finance doesn't accidentally share specific sensitive data about our financial records with John, who happens to be in marketing, versus John, who happens to be our CEO. The ability to apply that ethical firewalling only comes through DLP. Another scenario is the ability to drive data policy and support compliance regulations such as GDPR or HIPAA. Sharing files outside of the organization should be something that not only is highly monitored, but also you should have the ability to have control over what type of data is shared. For instance, I can share sensitive data that is PHI with my partner ecosystem as long as it's encrypted to maintain HIPAA compliance or GDPR compliance as an example. The only way you could do that is first you need to identify that sensitive data as PHI, which DLP allows you to do, and apply additional functionality such as classifying that data. And then you can apply policy with remediation tied to it. If data is downloaded to an untrusted device, block that data's download. If data is shared with a third party, encrypt that data as it's being shared externally. Those are some of the functionalities that DLP provides for you as an organization. Cloud DLP is crucial because currently we utilize multiple SaaS applications. We use the before mentioned Office 365, we use Slack, we use Box, we use many different applications to go about our day-to-day business. Having multiple siloed data protection policies is difficult for us to manage. Office 365 has pretty decent data protection controls. However, Office 365 data protection controls cannot control Box, Slack, etc., and vice versa. Having a centralized policy that is very deep in its functionality and its ability to detect files in any type of format, such as images, and be able to apply that policy across any application that you utilize for your business is a great way to not only have visibility on what level of compliance you are reaching. If there is any incident that occurs in any of your cloud applications, having that centralized policy with a centralized view of multiple applications allow you not only to quickly identify that there was a breach, but you can now have that historical record of where it started, when it happened, and be able to quickly remediate that. The only way you could do that is through a centralized policy that Cloud DLP provides for you specifically within CASB.